Hi guys, our read aloud for Monday and Tuesday is called Never Smile at a Monkey. And this has an asterisk on the end, and I'm going to turn it over to the back side. And the title continues back here. Never Smile at a Monkey and 17 Other Important Things to Remember by Steve Jenkins. So look at the monkey on the front and look at the monkey on the back. He doesn't look happy. Let's get started. Never Smile at a Monkey and 17 Other Important Things to Remember by Steve Jenkins. Everyone knows that tigers, crocodiles, sharks, and other large predators are dangerous. Many smaller animals are also well-known threats. People do their best to avoid rattlesnakes, black widow spiders, piranhas, just to name a few. This book is about creatures, both large and small, whose dangerous nature may not be so obvious. Their teeth, claws, spine, and venom can be deadly to an unsuspecting or careless human. What makes these animals so dangerous? And what should you never do if you encounter one of them? Let's find out. Never pet a platypus. This peculiar looking animal appears harmless, even comical, as it waddles about. The platypus, however, is the only poisonous mammal. It has venomous spurs on its hind legs, and it can give you a very painful jab. Never collect a cone shell. If you notice one of these beautifully patterned shells on the seafloor, you might be tempted to pick it up. That would be a big mistake. The cone shell hunts and defends itself with poisoned barbs that can be launched like harpoons. The barbs are so poisonous that you can die within minutes of being stabbed. So do either of these look dangerous? I don't think so, but they have something in common. Think about what it is they have in common. If you said poisonous barbs or venomous spurs, those are going to be like little pokey things that can poke you and poison you. Never harass a hippopotamus. Hippos kill more people in Africa than any other wild animal. If a hippopotamus finds its path to the water blocked, or it thinks that its baby is threatened, it will charge, attacking with an enormous mouth and long tusk. Never jostle a jellyfish. As I read, I want you to think about, what does the word jostle mean? And see if you can come up with a definition based on what we read. Never jostle a jellyfish. A box jellyfish, that is. Most jellyfish can sting people, but the box jellyfish, also known as the sea wasp, is in a class by itself. Even the smallest contact with its stinging tentacles causes intense pain. If you are unlucky enough to become really entangled with a box jellyfish, you can die very quickly. What do you think jostle means? It actually means to like push or bump into. You never want to push or bump into a box jellyfish. Never step on a stingray. I bet you wouldn't want to jostle a stingray either. Normally, stingrays do not attack people. But if you step on a ray or frighten it by swimming too close, you can be seriously injured, or, if you're really unlucky, killed. The ray can drive its long poisonous spine deep into the body of any animal or human that it perceives as a threat. Some of you may know that Steve Irwin passed away that way. Never clutch a cane toad. This large, homely amphibian is a gentle insect eater. It's harmless, except for 2 large sacs of venom on its neck. If pressed, these pouches squirt out a blinding and sometimes deadly poison. Never poach a pufferfish. The pufferfish can inflate itself like a prickly balloon, but that's not what makes it so dangerous. This fish's flesh contains a deadly toxin, and unless you know exactly what you're doing, cooking and eating it can kill you. You don't want to eat a pufferfish. Oh, look at these cuties. Never cuddle a cub. I bet you already knew that. Black bears try to avoid people and are rarely aggressive. One exception is a mother bear that thinks her cubs are in danger. Bear cubs are fuzzy and cute, and you might want to get a closer look or even, foolishly, try to pet one. Since the mother bear is usually nearby, this is not a good idea. This one's not a problem for me. Never stare at a spitting cobra. If you come across this hooded, hissing reptile, you'll probably suspect that it is dangerous. What you might not realize is that it can spit its venom accurately for more than 8 feet. It aims for the eyes, and its poison can cause intense pain, even permanent blindness. Never caress an electric caterpillar. This colorful caterpillar will turn into a harmless brown moth. But until that happens, look out. If your skin touches its hairy bristles, you'll feel an intense burning sensation. Without immediate medical attention, weakness, severe illness, and death can follow just from touching that caterpillar. Never corner a cassowary. The cassowary is a flightless bird that stands as tall as a man. Though it is shy and avoids people, a surprised or cornered cassowary can deliver a lethal kick with its sharp claws. Staying away from caterpillars and cassowaries. Never antagonize an African buffalo. Think about the word antagonize. Really, the whole book has been about antagonize different animals and insects. Do you know what antagonize means? Think about it as we read. Never antagonize an African buffalo. The African buffalo, a relative of the domestic cow, is one of the most dangerous large animals in the world. It has sharp hooves, long horns, and an extremely nasty temper. It's not enough to just stay out of the African buffalo's way. If you are anywhere in its vicinity, this unpredictable animal may attack without warning. Antagonize means to pester or bother. Sometimes you might antagonize your brother or sister. You definitely don't want to antagonize an African buffalo. And never touch a tang. This coral reef fish has a razor-sharp spine on either side of its tail. If frightened, it whips its tail back and forth, slashing its spines. The tang is a popular aquarium fish, but it must be handled with great care. Even a small tang can give you a serious injury, and a large tang can inflict life-threatening wounds. Never bother a blue-ringed octopus. This octopus is small enough to rest in the palm of your hand. Unfortunately, It is also one of the world's most poisonous animals. It can inflict a bite with a beak so sharp that at first you might not notice that you've even been bitten. Without medical help, you can be killed by the venom of the blue-ringed octopus in less than an hour. It's tiny but powerful. Never confront a kangaroo. The male kangaroo defends itself by boxing with its front legs or balancing on its tail and kicking out with its back feet. When it's really riled up, a kangaroo can deliver a powerful kick enough to cave in a person's chest. Never badger a beaded lizard. This poisonous lizard is normally slow-moving, but it can react with surprising speed if alarmed. It latches on to prey, predators, or unlucky human with powerful jaws. It doesn't have fangs, so it chews its venom into a bite with its teeth. Never swim with a squid. Especially not if it's the Humboldt squid. This fierce ocean predator can be longer than a full-grown man, and its tentacles are lined up with thousands of sharp teeth. The Humboldt squid attacks at high speed, whipping its tentacles around a victim and tearing out chunks of flesh with a sharp, parrot-like beak. And a final word of advice: never smile at a monkey. And this was the title of our book. If you smile at a rhesus monkey, it may interpret your show of teeth as an aggressive gesture and respond violently. Even a small monkey can give you a serious bite with its long, sharp fangs. If you were to check this book out at the library, you can see there's more information about these animals, and it's a great little read. We're going to see some other textbooks this week by Steve Jenkins.